So I'm going to talk to you about the Lucy Calkins Readers Writers Workshop curriculum books for teachers. They come in a set, usually in a box like this, and there's a set of 4 units, usually. So the first unit in this grade 5-1 is interpretation book clubs, and the last one is fantasy book clubs. In between that, you have some nonfiction and historical nonfiction readings that you can go through. The reading books are broken down just in the front. Gives you a quick guide to the course overall for this unit. It gives you the strategies on the side, and then it gives you conferring and small group suggestions and mid-workshop teaching points, and then the share. And it just gives you a really nice overview for each lesson. So this is how I actually plan most of my lessons. I look at my quarter and I look at how many lessons. I look at our final, which is usually when you have a celebration of either reading or writing, and that's how I plan my quarters. Sometimes I make a unit last a little longer than a quarter, just in case if they're needing more practice and review. Within the book, there is usually a table of contents that gives you a little summary of each lesson, which is really nice. And going further in, it does a breakdown. So it'll walk you through, and I usually will read through this, kind of scanning. There's a progression, so you know what level each student is at. It comes with an online pre-test and post-test that you can print off that are really, really handy for reading. The learning progressions also look like this. They're illustrated, and I give these to students. They have a link. You can print them off. I usually do a half size of it, and it works really great. They also give suggestions on book club books, so it's not just left up to you, but you can add your own. And then also for the read alouds, it breaks it down as to what pace you should keep in for the curriculum. After that, it breaks into the individual lessons, which is really great because it literally tells you word for word what you'll need, gives you an introduction as a teacher, and you can either decide to read word for word the connection that it gives you, the teaching point, the active engagement, and then the link. So it's really nice just because if you're really struggling with a certain strategy, it gives you immediate ideas, and then you can also build on your own and what you know. So that's the reading book, and they pretty much break down the same way, except the writing, they're new ones. So the writing books actually come with the same layout, so they tell you the lessons. In the back, it also tells you which lessons correspond with which Common Core standards. It's great, so it double checks that everything's aligned. Same layout as reading. And then our set at TCIS comes with the, I guess, what do you call them? Mentor texts. So these are our fantasy mentor texts. We have The Thief of Always, 11, which is great as a memoir, but also as personal narratives. We have several picture books to give just kind of simpler way to look at it. And then for our other units that we've already come across. So the trade books or the mentor texts are really helpful, but you can always incorporate your own, so it's not just what they give you. It's definitely made to be flexible for teachers. Also, the reading comes with these pre-made anchor chart cards. So this is the header card, and then it comes through and it makes cards for each anchor chart. And I've laminated mine, which is really, really amazing. Within each box of reading and writing materials, you also get a guide, and then you also get your pathways. And the new books have an if-then curriculum. So if something's too challenging or you need to make it more challenging, it gives you ideas for that and a bunch of student work examples. I love Lucy Calkins. I found, end of class bell. I found for my students with our one-to-one Google Chromebook program that they still really need the hands-on notebook. So what I've done is I've created little mini anchor charts for each of our points where we talk about for each lesson. So they have hands-on anchor charts. I started doing it online, but my 10-year-olds just weren't using the online anchor charts. So for me and my students, these notebooks and mini anchor charts have been really helpful, and they correspond with the Readers Writers Workshop anchor charts, but they're customized to fit our group and what we need. I usually find that I can fit in my second semester, my third unit needs one notebook and my fourth unit needs one notebook. For first and second quarters, the first semester, I can actually use one notebook for the whole semester. So it's a learning thing. It's really adding it to your class and seeing how best it fits and works for you, and then utilizing it from there. I hope this helps. That's an overview.